Yesterday we talked about the aftermath of narcissistic abuse, the kind that leaves you feeling stuck and like you just can't function like a normal person. Well, today we're going to kind of continue that healing trend, and we're going to cover a little more about dissociation. This is something that we all deal with when we've gone through serious emotional trauma, and I'm going to give you some really quick hit tips today on how to deal with it in the moment. So let's get started. Closed captioning provided by Athena Moberg and CPTSDFoundation.org. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. Okay, so we're just going to really quickly start off with just a basic definition of what dissociation is, just in case you're not sure. So for most of us, dissociation feels a lot like sort of watching your life from the outside. Like you're not really there, you're not really as connected as you want to be. It's a mental process, it's part of the CPTSD thing, and it begins as a way to sometimes almost cope with the abuse while it's happening. But even after the abuse ends, after we're out on our own again and we're starting our lives, we often find ourselves dissociating. We feel like our thoughts aren't really connected. We feel like our memory, our sense of identity just isn't there. We feel separate from everybody and everything, including ourselves. Like there's a bubble around us, or like we're standing behind ourselves watching everything happen and we're not really functioning like a normal person. And that's pretty normal. I'm not going to go into too much more depth about that, but I'll try to remember to link a video for you up here where it kind of goes into more detail about what dissociation is. Today, though, our purpose is how do you deal with it in the moment? How do you, when you feel yourself dissociating, what are you supposed to do to get back? One of the things I do with my clients that works really well is if I'm on a call with them and we're talking about stuff that's happening in their lives, sometimes they'll say to me, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not even here. I feel like I'm dissociating. So they'll become triggered by something that they discuss and they need to get back into the moment so that we can continue our session. So I will say to them, tell me where you're at right now. Tell me what you see in front of you. And I'll ask them to describe something, describe the walls, describe, the ceiling fan, are you looking at your cat? What does your cat look like? Feel your cat. How does your cat feel? It's about bringing your mind into the moment. It's about finding yourself where you are. And sometimes it's about pattern interrupt and distracting yourself. This is a really handy, simple way to do it. Some people have suggested find all the pink things in the room, or find all the black things, or find all the words in the room. Look around you and notice your environment and describe it to yourself or to whoever you're talking to in the moment, if that's helpful. Another thing you can do is a lot of people love essential oils for this reason, or hand lotion for this reason. Find something that smells really, really good to you and make sure you keep it with you at all times. I've seen people use little jars of essential oil, or they'll wear a little vial around their neck and they'll open it, take a good sniff whenever they feel themselves dissociating. And a lot of people say that's very helpful for them. I've had other people who carry a little bottle of lotion with them, and anytime they feel overwhelmed or dissociated, they put the lotion on their hands, they smell the lotion, they always make sure it's something that smells really good, they feel the lotion on their hands. That kind of stuff works great. The next tip I would give you is to brush your teeth or take a shower or do anything physical to physically care for your body, even one thing, even just brushing your teeth, because again, it brings you right back into the moment and it kind of distracts your thoughts. The next tip I would give you is when you are in a situation where you are finding yourself feeling overwhelmed, anxious, depressed, or where you're dissociating, physically stand up and remove yourself from that situation. Even if that just means you go to a different room in your house, or you go out on the front porch, or you go take a walk around the block, it doesn't matter. Change your environment. It's a big help when you're dissociating. Another thing that's helpful is journaling. So get yourself a journal, do it on your phone. I really personally prefer to write by hand. And as you might recall, I'm all about my bullet journal. Here's the one I'm using now. I started this at the beginning of this year. And as you can see, I'm right here. Wait. I have this many pages left from the beginning of this year. I'll probably have to start my new one before the year starts again. But I have been using this particular journal, like I said, for a year, and it is a godsend. Not only do I keep all of my ideas in here and all the things that I'm working on for work, but if I have a personal issue that I need to manage, this helps me because I can sit there and just write everything down. It's a good thing, my friend. It doesn't even have to be something as serious as this. It could be something far less fancy. You could use anything, even an app on your phone, even something that, it's just something you can fit in your pocket. But take the time to write everything down. It really does help. Write down dates, times, things you're planning to do that day. whatever it is that you need to do. Some people, when they're still in the relationship, even go so far as to record things that happen so they don't forget. My next tip is going to be music. I know I've talked about this before, but music is powerful. So find music that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel good, makes you feel funny or silly or whatever, and listen to it. Create yourself a playlist, or go check out my weirdo playlist. I have a playlist at queenbeing.com/playlist. It's a Google Play Music playlist, but it will help you see kind of how I roll. And just don't judge me. I'm very eclectic. I have things all the way from, 50s music and all the way up to Disney stuff and a little bit of dirty gangster rap. Whatever, don't judge me. I just like it. It makes me feel fun and powerful and whatever. So go check that out if you want to, queenbeing.com/playlist. And here's my final tip for today. I have a free cognitive dissonance toolkit for you over at Life Makeover Academy. So I'm going to put the link for that in the description below. No strings attached. Just sign up for it and it's yours, and it really will help you. All right, this brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, have you suffered with dissociation? And what works for you to make it better? How do you deal with it? What are your best tips? What are your favorite tips? Do you do any of the things I suggested here? And if you do, how do they work for you? Or are you going to try some of these things today? Please share your thoughts on this, because if you're still dealing with it, I want to make more videos to help you specifically handle your situation. So tell me what you're dealing with. And if you're not still dealing with it, or you've learned ways to deal with it, share your best techniques in the comments so that other survivors can see them and try them too. You never know who you could help. You could really literally save somebody's life with this. That's all I've got for you right now. But as always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean so much to me. Now, before I go, make sure you take a look at the videos I'm leaving for you right here and right here. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button right there so we can stay connected and continue on this healing journey together. Don't forget, you're never alone. You've always got your Spanily. I'll see you soon.